This video is for people who want the Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia, Division 2, to review a visa-related decision.
I believe a legal error has been made in the review of my visa application. So, what can the Federal Circuit and Family Court do?
If your visa has been refused or cancelled by a government representative, and your review by the tribunal was not successful, and you think the tribunal made an error, you may decide to apply to the Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia for a review of the tribunal's decision. But only if you think the tribunal made a legal error. There are strict time limits for making an application to the court, usually 35 days from the tribunal decision. You cannot introduce any new evidence about whether you qualify for the visa. The court cannot review your entire case. The court cannot grant you a visa. It can only consider whether a legal error was made in the decision. This means the court is limited in what it can do.
So, what can the court do?
The court can assess your review application to work out: was the law applied correctly by the tribunal? And did the tribunal follow the correct legal process? If the court decides a legal error has been made, a judge will order that your matter be heard again by the tribunal.
What is the court unable to do?
The Federal Circuit and Family Court of Australia cannot grant you a visa. You cannot receive a visa from this court.
What services are available to assist me?
Establishing if a legal error has been made by the tribunal is often complicated. If you believe a decision maker has made a legal error, you should seek legal advice as soon as possible. The court cannot find a lawyer for you. However, you'll find helpful links for community legal services or legal aid via the court website. Otherwise, you can choose your own lawyer and pay for this service. You can also contact our staff by telephoning 1300 352 000 or by submitting an inquiry via the court's website. Court staff at the registry can help you with accessing forms or lodging documents. If you need an interpreter to help you understand, you can ask for one. You will not be asked to pay for the interpreter. However, court staff cannot give you legal advice.
What are the costs if my review fails?
It is important to be aware that there may be legal costs associated with your matter, in addition to the fees you pay when you file your documents with the court and during the court process. Please be aware that if you withdraw your review application, or if your review fails, you may be ordered to pay some or all of the minister's legal costs, as well as your own. These may be thousands of dollars. Unpaid legal costs are a debt to the Australian government. You should seek legal advice about the effect a debt to the Australian government might have on future visa applications. Make sure to watch Video 2, How will my visa-related case be managed through the court, to better understand the court process. And Video 3, What do I need to know when I attend court? You can find more information about the court process, including fees, costs, waivers and exemptions, on the court website.